Scorpio, this week your love life is influenced by the Fool. You also have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So there could be somebody new in your life and you're noticing some things, or you may just be taking a different approach to relationships. You may have made the decision to, be on the lookout for those things that don't work for you. So this could be a week where you're going to start something new. There's a fresh start, a new chance, some new opportunity or experience that's in the offing. Or maybe you're having to make an important decision. It could be that you've come up with a solution. There's something negative and you come up with something surprising in order to solve that in your relationship. There could be some unexpected circumstances, or you realize that it's time for a change, either for a new relationship or some changes to be made in your current connection. But this is a week to be open-minded, to be optimistic, to let any biases go, and trusting in faith, trusting in your partner, and maybe willing to take a risk, but considering the consequences carefully of any risk. The Fool normally says that it's okay for you to jump out there. Don't be afraid to date someone new or try something new. Maybe you're involved with somebody that's very bohemian, very free spirit. They may not be looking for a commitment at this point in time, but it doesn't mean that, they're not attracted. Maybe they just want to be free in the present, or maybe that's how you feel. So this is about going with the flow, experimenting, being in the moment. But on the other hand, it's a good idea for you to really consider the ramifications of the choices that you make before you leap. You do have this pay attention to the red flags. There could be some danger signals that you need to be watching out for. You need to make sure of what is right and appropriate for you. So in some cases, this means moving more slowly, more thoughtfully. Sometimes maybe, this could mean refusing a commitment or just being very gullible. But something is sending you a message about the unhealthy parts of your relationship. If you're caught up in somebody new, this is saying pay attention to your feelings, your impressions that you're getting about this new person. Don't just give over and let your emotions blind you to some situations that ultimately are not going to work for you in a relationship. This is telling you, listen to your gut instincts. If something feels off, then explore that. Maybe there's some dishonesty, maybe there's some disrespect. Maybe your partner is a little bit too flirty, or maybe your partner is involved in some kind of substance abuse, or they're dishonest in some way. And it's not just about your interaction. You glean information not just by how your partner is treating you or your lover or the person you're interested in, because usually in the beginning everything is great, but also be observant of how they interact with the people around them. That tells you who they really are, what their basic character is. So if you're in an existing relationship, you may need to have a very honest discussion. Maybe you even need to get some counseling in order to go over some issues. You don't necessarily, need to leave this person, but you do need to pay attention to those signs and trust your intuition. Now, again, this is, some new chapter that you're entering. Maybe, you can explore something within the relationship, but cautiously so. This is a week where you're going to be ready to take on more responsibility for your own happiness. Maybe you're doing something new. Maybe you're changing your residence, or you're entering a new relationship or taking it in a new direction, but you feel a lot of confidence about where you are right now. And you could very well be meeting some new people. So this is a week of action. It's time to act. It's time to start something, or you need to wake up. It's time to take the initiative on something. This is a week where you can set plans in motion if that's what you want to do. You can introduce yourself to new people, establish, acquaintances, reconnect to people that may, be better for you. But in some cases, you're not paying attention to those flags, and you may fool yourself yet again by trying to go out of your way to impress somebody or save the wrong person. So this is a week about not being impatient, looking before you leap, not being over optimistic about something, or letting your own desires for, personal gain get in the way of you being sensitive to other people, losing touch with reality and how other people may feel. So this is a practical approach where you use common sense. You step out there and take a risk, but you weigh the odds and the consequences before you do so.